Hey, this is Ken. Welcome to the Pistol Project Summary. Before we get started here, I would like to say kudos to all the guys who do this, the pistol cartridge testing. They do it daily or weekly. I'm gonna tell you this, that's something that I don't want to do. I finally got to the end of this project and I'm not sure if I want to continue doing this anymore. I couldn't do it. So kudos to you guys who do this daily or weekly. Okay, let's talk about the project. So there's a reminder, once again, this is not about the pistol caliber wars. I don't care which caliber you carry. Doesn't matter to me. The one thing we were talking about here, what I set out to prove is, I said in the previous video that if a prepper is going to carry a pistol on their kit, then it should be a full-size service pistol with a 4.5 barrel minimum. And I think that you'll see here as we're doing the review that I have proven that point. Also, I'd like to point out that the most recent FBI study, when they are justifying their selection for the 9mm cartridge, they said that penetration is the most important factor, wounding factor. However, the GIGN, the French GIGN stated in the 1970s that you need a combination of penetration and expansion to have good wounding potential from a pistol. And a statement justifying their selection of the 9mm cartridge, they ignored a previous study that they did where they stated that a larger wound channel creates a better wound. So while they do state in their latest report that permanent wound channel is a part of what you want to see for pistol stopping power, it's not as important as penetration. Well, I don't necessarily agree. I think you need to have both. The best combination that you can have, whether it's 9mm, 357 SIG, or 40 Smith & Wesson, or whatever cartridge you're choosing. But the main point here is preppers, if you're going to carry a pistol on your kit, then you should at least have a pistol with a 4.5 barrel or a 5-inch barrel. So we're going to get into the data. I hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll talk again. Well, that was abrupt, but my phone started ringing and it distracted me, and I couldn't seem to get it finished out. But let's go ahead and take a look at this data. All right, as we're looking at it, you'll see that I've highlighted the barrel lengths that I believe the various cartridges did for this test. There were a couple of surprises, or I guess I should say there was a surprise for each cartridge. At 9mm, we found out that what we said previously, that 9mm fails to function, or at least there's a 50% failure rate for 9mm once that you get to a certain feet per second, muzzle velocity in feet per second, and that is around 1,000 feet per second. So I do believe that was the issue that we were seeing with the 9mm at 50 yards. One functioned, the other two did not. Then the 357 SIG, Federal claims that the muzzle velocity for the 357 SIG is 1,360 feet per second, but I really kind of doubt it. I really doubt it, because if it were more than that, then you would expect to get more penetration and maybe less expansion. And then with the the 40 Smith & Wesson 165 grain, I was really surprised there, because while a 4.5 inch barrel seems to be the best choice when looking at the numbers, you can see that a 4-inch barrel works fine. So I was completely surprised with that. But hopefully you can see here that at least in most cases, having a barrel length greater than 4 inches is the best possible thing if you're going into, shall we say, an active situation that is not self-defense. A shit hit the fan situation. Because if you're not willing to take a 50-yard shot with your pistol, then what's the point of having it? Well, what if my rifle goes down? I may have to use my pistol. Well, okay, that's fine, but what are you doing? You're only doing room clearing? I mean, that's the goal in a shit hits the fan situation. You want to be doing a lot of room clearing like you're on CAG or DevGru. Well, I don't plan on doing that. And honestly, I really don't plan on carrying a pistol at any reason. I said that incorrectly. I don't plan on carrying a pistol at any rate if I know I'm going into a, shall we say, active situation. Now, on a daily basis, where I'm not expecting to see to be active, as it were, to see any action, then yeah, carrying a pistol is okay. However, if you know you're going to go into harm's way, then you're better off adding more rifle magazines to that space the pistol takes up. Now, personally, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't care. You're going to do what you're going to do. You do what you think is best. You can carry a pistol with you all the time if that's what you'd like to do. But hopefully you'll use this project, the information coming from this project, to help guide you. And you will be using a full-size service pistol, not a self-defense pistol. Okay, so once again, for the 9mm, I chose the 5-inch barrel, specifically because if the projectile fails to function at 50 meters, at least you're getting a lot of penetration. You'll get a through-and-through shot, which is better than the bullet stopping somewhere in the body. You want the bullet to go all the way through, so there's an entrance and an exit. For 357 SIG, I chose the 5-inch barrel for obvious reasons. But as I said, the stated muzzle velocity is 1,360 feet per second, but I kind of doubt it. I really do. It's fast enough for the projectile to function at 50 meters for all for all 3 barrel lengths, but I really do doubt that it's going that fast. It's going slower, obviously. And then for the 40 Smith & Wesson 165 grain, any barrel you choose seems to be okay. However, the best choice, as far as I'm concerned, is the 4.5-inch barrel. So, hope you've got a lot out of it. Hope you've enjoyed it. For me personally, I'm glad it's over. I have a full-time job and a family, and trying to find time to go out and shoot at water jugs can be stressful at times. I hope you have a good one. We'll talk to you next time.